Alright, today we're going to be looking at this Musicman Access guitar. The customer wants the bridge swapped out for a modified, upgraded, it's a Floyd upgrades bridge here. We're going to be doing that. Probably give it a good polish. Looks like a lot of this stuff is pretty corroded, as you can see there. It's rough looking. We're going to replace the top lock screws with, I don't know if I think they're titanium or stainless steel. Anyways, it's I have all the parts. I'll lay them out in a second and show everyone what we're looking at here. Okay, so let's take a look at the parts we're going to be using here. All these are from Floyd Upgrades, Pennsylvania. Let's see here. We got the bridge here in chrome with a big brass, ooh, that was close. Big brass block on the back here. It's nice. Heavy, that's for sure. What else here? Stainless steel hardware. The saddle inserts are titanium. What else we got here? The arm is a turbo arm, they call it, with the built-in wrench. Let me get this in focus here. Here we go. This I like a lot here. At the end of the whammy bar, there's an Allen key built right into it. So you never have to go looking for an Allen key. It's always there. Just pop the bar out of your guitar and you're good to go. So we got that. We got the nice bridge. What else are we looking at here? I'm just looking through the list. These noiseless springs. The spring claw is brass. We're going to be putting that in as well. The locking, what else do we got here? We have the screws there for the locking nut. Those are stainless. And the D-tuna in black, which looks pretty badass. Okay, I guess I'll use the bar. Since it's got the Allen key built into it, might as well put it to use and get these strings off. String winder be a little quicker. I just want to get them loose. Alright, they're all nice and loose here. Put this on here and start. That one was really loose. I'm surprised that thing was even being held in place. Strings are off. Now let's get these springs off the back here. Next we're going to get this claw off here and put the new brass one on there. Got to resolder the ground wire to the new claw once I get it in. There we go. Break out the old trusty soldering iron and take care of that. Alright, so first little issue I've run into here is I'm just test fitting this claw right now. And with the claw, the hole spacing is different between this brass claw and the metal one right here. Sorry, right here. Hole spacing is different. These are further apart. This is closer together. So it's on there, but the screws aren't sitting where they need to be. They need to bottom right out. And if one bottoms out, then the other one is not going to. Alright, so I contacted the owner of the guitar and he just wants me to use the claw that's in it already. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to open the screws up. I can do it. What you want is you want the screws to sit in there flat. You don't want them to be over a bit like that. Let's get a better shot. You don't want them to be you want them to be right bottomed out. You don't want them to be off to the side because it doesn't fit. So these ones work, and that saves me unsoldering that anyways. Don't want to go too deep because it's going to be hard to put the springs on. Just about like so. That's going to work perfectly. Alright, good. I guess I'll give this a clean before I put anything back in it. Get some wipes out. Give it a clean. Clean the tarnished metal off of this toggle switch here. It's disgusting. Alright. So I'm going to use some painter's tape here. Mask off this toggle switch so I can give it a little clean. So I could just pull it right off and put it underneath a wire wheel or a buffer or something like that, but this will work just as well. Quickly. So just put a little bit of metal polish on this. Let it get hazy. Just a bit. Buff it off. Much better. Night and day. Not too bad. Thank you, Mother's Polish. Here it is now. Nice and shiny. Looks good. Like it should. Next thing I want to do here is I want to do a mock-up of the saddles. This is the bridge that came off the guitar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the saddles, I'm going to try and match them up to this, then put it on the guitar, and then I'll do my final adjustment. First one looks perfect. The second one needs a little bit of adjusting. I saw online some people are having grounding issues with using these springs. Apparently you have to remove a little bit of the metal, from the coating from the spring, because on the back of the claw there's a wire coming from the pot which grounds the claw, and then through the claw the spring grounds the bridge. So if it's got plastic on it here like that, that's insulating it and it's not getting its ground. So I'm just gonna get my little file here and just gonna clean it out just so there's no coating on it. There we go. Nice big brass block there. See what that does for the tone. 1. I'm going to do 3 springs. Some people like to do 5. Some people like to do 2. Let's get the second one in here. It's going to be tricky. 2. This third one's going to be a pain in the ass, I have a feeling. I might have to get at it from a different angle. Most. And we're in. Okay, next I want to check to see if I have continuity between the claw and the brass block here. So I have my multimeter set to continuity checker. Let's touch this. There it is. There's the beep I was looking for. Alright, so I have continuity now, so now I know that the grounding wire is getting through to the bridge and I'm not going to have any grounding issues. Great. Alright, first bump in the road I'm having here with this setup. The D-tuna. I've set one of these up in the past and it was a piece of cake, but this one for some reason just isn't working. So I watched some videos online, and what it says to do is to tune the guitar to drop D, which it is, lock down the top lock screw, which I did, back out the fine tuner all the way, done. This Allen key is backed right out. Backed right out. Okay, so it's loose. Next, yep, drop D's good. Put it in, push it down, push it in. Done. Now I have to tune my E string up. And you do that by adjusting this little Allen screw here. So let's see. Done, right? So, here we go. I've got the open E. Now what you're supposed to do is just push this down and pull this out, and you're done. But it won't come out. It's stuck. Don't know why. The sucker will not come out. Which is too bad, because it's set up exactly as it says in the videos and in the manual. It just won't come out though. Alright, I took it off. Doesn't appear to be anything wrong. I don't see any issues with the casting at all. It looks like it should, I think. So what I'm going to try is, this is the screw that it was set up with. It also came with a couple of spares here. So I'm going to use one of these spares. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of assembly lube on here. That's better. Get a little bit on there. Wipe it off. A little bit on the screw here. Make sure everything is all freed up. Last thing I want is anything binding. Let's get this much better. Alright. Put it in there. A little bit of the in out, in out. There we go. Make sure it's bottomed. Looks good. Tighten away. Alright, tune it back up to pitch. Alright, tune to open D. Top lock is locked. Now I gotta push this sucker in, and hopefully it's at E. If not, then I gotta do the fine tuner. In. Just like before. Half step flat. Back. Here's my Allen key again. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully all it needed was a bit of assembly lube. Maybe it was hanging up. moment of truth. This should just pop out and I should get to D. Please work. Nope, still hanging up. This I don't understand. Alright, well, I got it to work. So this is the screw that it came with. Apparently it wasn't long enough and it wasn't allowing the D-tuna to fully pop out all the way. So I took that out and I tried one of the replacements. The replacement is pretty much the same length. I just figured I'll give it a shot anyways. I got nothing to lose at this point. So I tried that one. Same issue. It was hanging up on the way out. In E it was perfect. When pushed in, tuned to E, no problem. But when I'm dropping it, it wasn't coming all the way back. It was coming out to E flat. So that's no good. So there was a third bolt that came with the kit. And it was a little longer by, I don't know, a couple of millimeters anyways. So again, I took it off, reassembled it with the new bolt, put it back in, tuned it to drop D, locked the top lock, and now we're left with drop D, E, drop D. It works. That was a pain in the ass, but we got it figured out. A little bit of assembly lube and the right length screw. Good thing it came with all the different size screws. I guess this is an issue. I don't know why they just didn't put in the longer screw to begin with, but anyhow, issue solved. Okay, we're going to check the intonation now. Now this is just eyeballed. I eyeballed it with the other bridge, so it's probably going to be way off, but let's see what happens here. E is good, open, fretted. Well, that's right on the money. One I don't have to do. A. That one is a little flat. I'm going to have to do that one. D, let's tune that up. D is good, D fretted. Perfect. Imagine that. G open is good, G fretted. Perfect. B string open. A little flat. B string fretted. Open right on. Fretted right on. Man. E string. Perfect. Okay, the A is in tune when open, but when I fret it, it's a little bit flat. So what I need to do is I need to move this saddle that way a bit. So I'm going to loosen this up here, push it in a bit, push it in this way a bit, and then tighten it back up. First I have to slack the string off a bit because that's not going to happen with tension. Alright, gonna bring it over to the tuner again and see how close it is. Open A. Beautiful, fretted A. Bang on. Okay, we're done with this one here. The Floyd Upgrades bridge has been installed along with the noiseless springs, brass claw, and brass claw screws. Most of it was pretty straightforward, except for this D-tuna here is a bit of a pain in the ass. I had to go through the 3 different screws until I found one that worked. Nice titanium inserts. Nice looking unit, works. Keeps tune. And yeah, new strings. Good to go. Plays well. It's sustains like a mother. So yeah, that's it for this one.